welcome back to the channel, and I'm ready for date night. Me and my man are going out on a date tonight. It was supposed to be a get-together event with another couple and their child that's as old as my baby boy, who's gonna be a sophomore this year. Oh, I'm so old. And my boyfriend's 9 years older than me. He was born in 78. I was born in 87. And so I'm trying to remind him how old he is because of how old I feel. So he's pretty old. Anyway, I am ready for date night tonight. We were abandoned, and so it's just me and him. That's why I look so good tonight. Otherwise, I don't care. But anyway. So, Lila, my dog, my American Staffordshire Terrier, that's brindle and white, she digs moles and gets them, and she got one. And it's hard filming from a phone, and you only got one camera view. So I'm sorry, but I'm trying to teach dark gray kitty here to eat moles or eat mice. She does catch mice, but I'm like, well, there's a mole there. Are you gonna eat that too? So there's a dead mole. Anyway, we had Leaf Guard come out today. We are getting the house re-roofed. Storms damaged the shingles and insurance is covering it, so we thought, why not get new gutters, since there is a gutter garden that is so not planned, but we make fun that it is planned. Like, what are we gonna do without our gutter garden? No, there's all kinds of plants, probably trees, growing in the gutters in this house, and it's messing up the fascia board and rotting out decking and everything else. So make sure your gutters are good to go. Leaf Guard seems to be the best company to go to. That's my opinion, and Leaf Guard does have you call other customers, and one said that they had 3 other types of gutters come out, like the leaf filters and stuff, and Leaf Guard was the best, but they are not cheap. But they do finance and have several different financing plans. I'm not selling Leaf Guard. I'm just telling you what we're doing, and I think it sounds great. Anyway, look at my peppers. They want to be planted, y'all. Okay? So I'm collecting pallets. And Bub, I'm going to get with you here soon on getting pallets. Because Rural King had like next to nothing last time I went to collect pallets. So I'll be over there soon. Maybe we could do another video together and check out your awesome rooster. Your rooster's awesome. I understand why you didn't give him to me, because you need some sort of awesomeness in your life. And since you don't have me and my fanny pack in your life, you need that rooster. Anyway, so this is the rosemary I bought from Kroger. It is Bonnie's. And then this is the German thyme I bought from Kroger. It is also Bonnie's too. I'm not sure what's growing here, but I'm going to say either lemon or lime basil. And then obviously that's the purple opal basil. And then I have lots of dill here growing up, and Italian flat leaf parsley, and one random red beard red onion. And I planted that long ago. I don't remember when I sowed that seed. It was either first 2 times, because I certainly remember throwing that seed packet out at least the second time I sowed seeds. Oh, but this damage, I don't know if you could see it or not. Oh yeah, you can see it, because I can see the screen from here. That's from the carpenter bees, and that's on several spots of the house, and look what they do. That's why we have the carpenter bee traps out. And we do have other bees here. Those are the carpenter bee traps that you can get at Rural King that work. They seem to work for a few days and then they quit. But it's better than these, which has been up here for a few years now, which are supposed to attract them, and then they don't. Carpenter bees are cute and they don't hurt anybody, but they devastate a wood house for sure. So anyway, Leaf Guard can't put up the gutters, and the salesman didn't tell us that, because insurance is paying for a new roof. You see the gutter garden? Insurance is paying to get this house re-roofed, and Leaf Guard has a lifetime warranty, and the warranty is void if you get the house re-roofed. So we have to wait till after the house gets re-roofed, and I'm not sure when that's supposed to happen, but my goodness, that gutter garden is growing good. Oh, yeah, I had to put these pallets up here. I got these pallets from Rural King when collecting pallets to keep the chickens out. I have to go underneath there to turn the water spigot on to water the garden. And so we can't put lattice there like what is in the rest of the front behind the shrubs, because we got to get back there to turn the water spigot on. So that's what the pallets are for. I did put chicken wire up where they can get in from underneath there. However, I have no way to attach it to the ground. So the pallets are staying there until I can get the pallet raised beds built. However, the garden is doing extremely well for what it is. We put up a chain link fence to keep Bub's bad chickens out. And I did tear out the tomatoes that were seeming the worst, which were the pink fang paste tomatoes, a lot of them. One half of the barrels there, I don't know if you could see it. Yeah, you can. The second from the last there is still pink fang, and the tomato plants didn't look awesome. I don't know if I tore them out not looking awesome and that's just the way that they grow, but I did. I tore them out because I thought they looked like they were suffering. I know tomatoes are pretty hardy and will get through a lot, but I planted my cherry tomatoes there anyway. And then the rest of these, I don't remember what I planted there. There's some sort of slices. Paul Robeson, white Tomasols, this, that, and the other. So let's come out here to the garden. And it's still a mess. However, I will tell you, I've been cleaning up out here. So it's still a mess, but I'm working on it slowly but surely. Looks like I got a bunch of zinnias planted there. I'm not sure what kind of flowers I planted there. I planted my oregano there. My niece came and cut the lettuce, and she cut all but one plant way too short because one lettuce plant is growing back. So I sowed a couple squash plants there. I think crooked neck yellow squash and rondinese, which is like a ball-shaped zucchini that grows pretty fast. I'm thinking about squash bugs when I planted those there, and space. I picked one snap pea off my sweet and snap pea bush type peas today, and it was delicious. It tasted better than the Lincoln peas I had last year. My wasabi radishes are getting huge. However, I pulled one out just to see what they look like yet, and the roots are still way too small for a daikon. They're like, even for a regular radish, the roots are still tiny, so they're just sitting there. Anyway, my nasturtiums and stuff are trying to make a comeback. The tomato plants look awesome. We did put up a trellises on both rows here of tomatoes. It's just this fencing, but it was given to us for free, and it's going to be strong enough to hold tomatoes. Why not use it? Anyway, there's nasturtiums here. There's freaking mushrooms growing in my soil here, which makes me so happy. This looks like it's going to be a zinnia. Oh yeah, and I come out here and prune all the time, but look at my calendula. And when we were putting the trellis up, one of the calendula blossoms broke off and it's inside. I'm not sure how to harvest calendula or what to do with it afterwards. All I know is it's good for sore throats and skin irritations of any kind, so I'm keeping it. However, look how pretty these are. These are the strawberry blonde calendula from Baker Creek Heirloom Seeds, and I've had this packet of seeds for a couple years. Tried to grow it last year, it didn't grow. This year they grew magnificently winter sown, and I think I done it in February. And I transplanted them out here, and they're just gorgeous. I can't wait for more heads to come up. The Rutgers here, I know that these two tubs on the ends are Rutgers. This one has a nice flower going on. So that's super exciting. I just used some yarn to tie them up because that's all I had on hand. If I had my choice to tie up anything to a trellis, it would be some like 1/4-inch elastic or something that will flex with the plant as it grows, and it'll be durable as long as it's growing. But I didn't have that. I had yarn. And this looks like marigolds growing here. I wish I had more flowers and herbs growing, and don't think I didn't plant them. Some bad chickens Bub gave me. But that was also my own fault. But also, I did tell my boyfriend that the chickens are going to ravage the garden, and he didn't listen to me. He says, there's all this stuff out here that they're not going to touch your garden. I said, they will. They did. But it's fixed now, so it's all forgiven. So I can't remember which kind of cherry tomato plants I planted in here, but they're all different kinds. There's black strawberry, blue creamberry. Gosh, I can't even remember the other one I planted. But I have one Berry's Crazy Cherry growing up there. I know my mom wants tomato plants. She wants cherries, and I'm growing her Romas that are winter sown. But yeah, I'm going to meet with her this weekend, and I will give her the plants. So I have bull's blood beets growing in this bed, chamomile, and I planted 4 different kinds of cucurbits around. I'm not sure if they're melons or squash or what they are, but they're popping up. So I'm happy about that. And in this pool here, I have yellow straight neck squash. It looks like it's finally starting to make its debut after these here squash and melons already did. And then I still don't have enough composted horse manure to fill this one up, but I might worry about that after we get these raised beds built, because what I'm coming to is we put chicken wire underneath all around here, because if you see out there, that's where the chickens were getting into after we put up the chain link fence. Bad chickens. And so I decided to put up chicken wire, but I have no way to attach it to the ground. So I said, let's build raised beds instead, and then they can't get in here if we block it off that way. So what I'm thinking is pole beans here, because then they got the railing to climb up, and then pepper bed. I probably won't have enough beans to share with my sister and her family, but I have peppers and tomatoes to share. So I mean, there's a give and take with the space you're allotted and things you can do with it. But before we think about expansion, I have to fill this little space up because we worked hard on it, and we're not even done yet. But I have one Berry's Crazy Cherry growing here, colossal asparagus that I need to find a bed for. This is English lavender. Maybe I can find out the other cherry tomato I'm missing. Sunrise bumblebee, that's what it is. This is blue creamberries. Probably black strawberry is what I'm going to guess, but that duct tape is stuck to the bottom of the jug. The hollyhock are dying off because I think they need more ground space, and I'm not prepared for that yet. So sorry, hollyhock, you just might die. And then I planted 2 different brands of Roma tomatoes. The Martino's Roma from Baker Creek, and then some Romas from Rural King. And then these are nasturtiums. I thought that would look cute because they're dwarf nasturtiums, that they would do well in a hanging basket, and they're just there. And there's the bad chickens, speaking of which. Now, my beautiful dog, I love her so much. She just caught a mole today. But she also killed one of the buff Brahma hens. And she'll listen when me or my man's around. Sorry, I'm closing up the garden gate to keep the bad chickens out. When we're not looking, she wants to do her thing with them. So I got a tie out for her for when I don't feel like babysitting. She killed one of the buff Brahmas. So now I have 3 of those. And I'm not sure what the other 2 breeds of hens are, but the one I call Freckles and the other one is the black one, my man calls her. I'm not sure what the one red and white breed of rooster is either, but I know that the 2 other roosters are buff Brahmas as well. They are in the Murray McMurray Hatchery catalog as a rare breed, and they look just like them, so I like them all. I'm just like, Lila, why didn't you kill a rooster instead of a hen? And she shouldn't be killing any of them at all. But they are exciting, and I don't know what goes on through her dog mind. They're like moles. And I watched her dig up and kill that mole, and that was exciting, but not exciting when you kill one of my chickens. It is what it is. But they're laying really good now. It took them a couple weeks to get acclimated with the house and lay good, but now I'm getting 4 or 5 eggs a day. One day I had 6, but that's when the other lady was alive. One of them lays so big it looks like a duck egg. So, Bub, hey, I appreciate you, and let's keep in contact. And we are interested in going to the Homesteader Picnic there in way western Kentucky. So keep in contact with me, and I'll probably be by to get more pallets. And hey, thank you again for these chickens. Even though they ravaged the garden, they made space for more plants. You know, they're just chickens. They do what they do. So anyway, hey, thank you everybody for watching and joining my channel. And I'm just blessed, and I'm ready for date night tonight. And I love you, and so does Jesus. God bless.